Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Right there, look who it is. It is Brian Turner. This is our weekly Take the Points show. Brian's back.
First time in a while.
It's been a little bit. Good to have you back, man.
Started rotating guest here, and then I've been doing some housework that's kept me away the last couple of weeks.
We're going to find out. I want to know. I'm going to check in on this little housework that
Almost there.
Almost
done.
Almost done. All right, we're gonna.
I think until she tells me something else.
Yeah, until you find out. Oh, we're not quite done yet. Yeah, we're not quite done yet. I suspect that's coming up. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. This is, like I said, our weekly Take the Points edition. Brian is here, and we're going to talk about all kinds of sports stuff coming up. There's racing. There is golf. There is UFC. There is baseball.
Two that I don't watch and one that I don't anymore. So
baseball to talk about, football to talk about, but really none of that going on. Basketball, they've kind of made plans. So yeah, we're going to talk about.
We can take some guesses.
What's what we do anyway? Yeah. We're speculating the whole time. That's exactly right. We're all speculation.
I think you're supposed to get one of those once you turn 45 anyway.
You know, I'm 53. I haven't done that yet.
It's time, Bruce.
I suspect it is. Different thing. Entirely different thing. But what is going on in your world today? This is Friday, May 22nd. And this is, of course, we're recording this on Thursday, May 21st. Going to show this on Friday, May 22nd. You may be watching it on YouTube at some other time. If so, do pay attention to what your local health department folks are telling you and what your local leaders as far as quarantining. As you can see, Brian and I are socially distanced right here. Yeah, there we go. It's we're close to socially. That's 6 feet, isn't it? Don't you say?
No, we're close. Professional.
I think it's 6 feet. That's what we're going to say. It's 6 feet. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. What's going on this weekend? Tonight, it's Memorial Day weekend, so it's a long weekend. Hopefully, folks get to take a nice chance to go through your local, have a moment of memorial service. This is a special weekend, of course, too. This one isn't for veterans.
I have Monday off.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I bet I do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you'll wait till you find out. You probably get all kinds of holidays off.
That was never a thing in my past life.
Yeah, that's good for you. But do take time this weekend to commemorate our fallen heroes, fallen soldiers, and that sort of thing. Outstanding. What is going on this weekend? Actually, this astonishes me. But on Sunday morning, and I can talk about this because I went myself on Wednesday night, an American Red Cross blood drive at the Holy Cross Church in Wendelin on Sunday morning at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Can't do church service, so...
Can't do a church service.
Can't do church service, but you can have a blood drive and maybe preach at the same time.
Well, that's
I did see the picnic got called.
Oh, really?
Yeah, first time in years.
Which one?
The Wendelin picnic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that. That's too bad.
I might have some inside info there. That may not be out yet.
Pay no attention to the last 10 seconds of conversation that you may have just heard. But the Holy Cross Church of Wendelin is going to be hosting an American Red Cross blood drive. If you are interested in donating blood, by all means, go online to redcrossblood.org. That's redcrossblood.org. Make yourself an appointment, and then on Sunday morning, by all means, print out your little the Fast Pass, and that'll walk you through it. I printed out my Fast Pass Wednesday.
Do you not have it on your phone?
Well, I didn't put it on my phone. I'm an old timey guy. I printed it out.
I've got the app on the phone.
Well, let me finish the story, Mr. Interrupter.
It's been a while. I'm an amateur again.
I had the piece of paper in my hand, and you can't go to. By the way, if you're going to this blood drive, you have to wear a mask. That's a rule. You're going to have to wear a mask inside the place, all over the place. So I walked out of my car. I was almost to the door of the church where they're holding the drive. I realized I forgot my mask, so I went to grab my mask out of the car, and when I did so, I set my sheet down and then lost it somehow. I don't know if it blew away outside of the car, if it blew away inside the car. I couldn't find it. I still can't find it.
You know what doesn't blow away in the wind?
Well, your phone, you could always leave it somewhere or pour water on it, maybe. But tremendously important, ladies and gentlemen. Do donate blood there at
You have one of the custom masks or like cloth mask? What have you been using?
We have actually, Wabash has invested in masks for employees because we're going into people's houses.
Right.
And we have two different kinds of masks. We have a re-wearable, re-washable, and then a kind of a lesser level mask. They're in the car right now.
I got one of the...
I like that. Look at that. You got the blues mask. Now, do you wear that from time to time? I guess you wear that in the grocery store.
I go to the store or gas station or... when I was delivering food. I haven't done that in a while because of the house, but
yeah, when I go to the gas station, I just stay outside. I've quit going inside.
Well, like today, I went in and I got myself a soda. So
okay,
put the mask on.
That makes sense. So, but yeah, again, folks, do pay attention. Do wear the mask. You'll have to have a mask. But if you don't have a mask, they'll have one for you there at the blood drive. This is Friday, May 22nd. This is National Buy a Musical Instrument Day. Each year on May 22nd, folks observe National Buy a Musical Instrument Day. This day is all about playing music. If you're a musician, it might be the time for a new instrument. Maybe you can learn to play a second one or a third one. If you've never played a musical instrument before, this celebration may be a motivation you need. Say that one more time.
I said highly recommended to learn a second instrument if you're a tuba player.
That's nice. I'm so glad to have you back. It is so good to have Brian back.
I own one musical instrument.
I was going to ask you.
Other than my angelic voice, but I got a harmonica.
Do you play it? You play it?
I learned the blues riff, like the basic blues riff, and then never got any further.
Oh, well, that's not a bad one to know, I guess.
If you're going to know one, then yes, that's the one to know.
There you go. This is also being the start of the Memorial Day weekend and basically the nominal start of summer, if not the actual start of summer. Each year on the Friday before Memorial Day, National Don't Fry Day aims to raise awareness of all the risks of overexposure to the sun. It's important for everyone to remember to use sun protection and sun safety practices. Unfortunately, skin cancer is increasing in the United States. The United Cancer Society estimates that 1 American dies every hour from skin cancer. The risk of ultraviolet damage to the skin increases as folks spend more time out in the sun.
But can you still do Stir Friday on Don't Friday?
Yes, it's an entirely different kind of fry. Why are you making a stir fry tonight?
Well, it's Stir Friday.
Is every week Stir Friday?
Yeah, there was a time when I did that, yes. I would celebrate Stir Friday just because it was Stir Friday and it sounds fun to say.
Well, you see, now the Stir Friday is a kind of more
also, tomorrow I'm stir frying.
Probably makes sense right now with the people want to keep from going stir crazy on Friday. So it's a nice day to get out, get in the sun, but put all the stuff on, put the goo on.
And we got the garden going, so that's...
I saw that. How's that going?
Still got a little bit of work to do. We got like 8 pepper plants because we haven't had a garden for a few years. So
yeah,
starting from scratch.
This one you'll like. This one is all for you. This is May 22nd, National Craft Distillery Day. Adds spirits to the small batch revolution, recognizing the diversity of distilled spirits. The industry followed in the footsteps of the craft brewers and began creating a market for themselves. Spirit distillation has a long and influential history going back to the Greeks. Some scholars have traced the earliest recording wine distilling recipes back to Anaxagoras of Thessaly. Did you know that?
Well, you said Greeks, and I'm like, I know the Egyptians brewed, but they may not have distilled.
They brewed beer.
Yeah.
Rome expelled Thessaly in 28 BC. The Greeks also took to this idea, learned that if they boiled wine in an open container, the hot alcohol vapor escaped first, and then they captured the alcohol vapor. That's distilling, and it's at its most basic. So that is today. Celebrate National Craft Distillery Day with a glass of handcrafted spirits and support your local craft brewery.
Maybe even a tequila for National Paloma Day.
Did you see that it was that? Boy, you are paying attention. What did you look up the national days before you came here so you knew what was going on?
Am I not someone who spends hours preparing for your show.
Mr. Show Prep, ladies and gentlemen, it's very impressive. You didn't know I was going to go. You didn't know which ones I was going to go with, did you?
No, never do.
Very impressive that you know that it's Paloma Day, which I didn't even know. I didn't even look to see what it was.
It's tequila, grapefruit, soda, and lime.
Well, there you go. See, now there's a reason I wouldn't have gone with that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge grapefruit.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. It's Take the Points edition. That's Brian. I'm Bruce. We'll be back right after this. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It won't always be new. It won't always be clean. It won't always be flawless. But it'll always be yours. So how do you know it'll be protected? To solve the big challenges of tomorrow, take simple steps today. At Country Financial, when you're ready to start, we're ready to help. With auto insurance.
See me, Alex Atwood, in Sisney for your insurance and financial needs.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Established in 1945 by farmers and folks like you, the primary goal of South Central FS has always been to improve the profitability of farming. And with a focus on service and safety, FS Propane is committed to keeping your system and appliances running efficiently. FS is a local full-service propane company offering you expert tank installation and system maintenance, as well as dedicated seasonal service. So when it comes to managing your propane needs, look to the experts. Look to South Central FS. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Right there, that is Mr. Brian Weeze Turner of the Paragon.
Paragon Micro.
I got it. I'm getting halfway there.
You got halfway there.
Paragon organization, whatever they say. Sounds like, really does kind of sound like a devious, evil organization. But I'm not going to.
There's no such thing as the mob, Bruce.
Brian's here. And
the line I've been told to use.
No no such thing as organized crime. Omerta. But Brian's here. We're going to talk about a wide variety of such. Before we get going, we've, as Brian mentioned, we have been on kind of a rotation of the guys coming in. One week, one another week, and another week. The three of the guys. By the way, I'm assuming we'll probably have you all here in the next week or two. I guess. I suspect we'll be back to regular distancing once Mr. Bailey gets finished kicking Mr. Pritzker's tail. What have you been doing? What have you been doing with yourself while we've been missing you? We've been missing you quite a bit.
Well, I've missed the last couple of shows and missed my turns basically because I've been doing. We tore up the carpet in the living room.
I was going to say, your other job sometimes would keep you away because you were doing baseball.
Right, yeah, I'm working a lot less hours.
Or something. Yeah, you're working.
This is the first time I think I had this conversation with Sarah here recently. Probably the first time as an adult that I didn't work 60 hours a week.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sleeping more. I've lost weight. I'm working out. I'm walking 3 miles a day.
Man, this is no good for you.
Yeah, that's why I said if this doesn't kill me, it's probably going to add years to my life.
I'm not sure that's, it depends how good your life is, if that's a good thing or not.
Yeah, there were some sketchy years.
All right, but okay. So what did you ended up taking on during this period of time, the reason you weren't able to be here, you took on a project.
Well, right before all this happened, we went and adopted a dog.
Right.
Cosmo.
Wonderful.
Great dog.
Beautiful dog. Cosmo.
Beagle, foxhound mix.
Is how old?
Estimated the year. He came in as a stray.
Okay.
Which I think, what did they look
By
at
the way,
or
yesterday or Wednesday was rescue day, dog rescue day. So congratulations. You could have celebrated on Wednesday too.
So that we added him in with our two cats that we've had for several years.
Mm-hmm. Getting along, everybody gets along well.
Yeah, they actually get along well. But between, let's call it proximity to the Elks after parties for years, and then pets, carpet's in a little rough shape.
Carpet occasionally gets a little bit of a rough deal.
One morning a couple weeks ago, Cosmo got diarrhea.
Cosmo had a problem.
Yeah.
Let's call them digestion issues.
Diarrhea is a medical term. I'll go with it.
You live with a trainer. So that makes sense. Okay, so decision all of a sudden comes up. It's decision time.
Well, we got it cleaned up.
We got to either get rid of the dog.
That's not happening. We've discussed wanting to pull up the carpet for probably 2 years now.
Okay.
And after this happened multiple times that evening, I said, why don't we'd even pulled up a corner to see what it looked like underneath.
You had or had not?
We had.
Okay.
And what we saw in that little corner looked pretty good. So I said, there's no better time to do it than when we're stuck at home with no sports going on.
Right.
So we decided we're going to pull up the carpet. Within 2 hours, the carpet was out of the house, completely gone.
Wow.
I mean, I activated Hurricane Sarah. We removed all the furniture and pulled the carpet and disposed of it in
how much footage are we talking here?
That is was it 32 by 15 room?
Oh, that's a big room.
Yeah.
So
it's a dining room, living room combined.
So you take the carpet out. I guess there's a pad underneath.
There was a pad. We got rid of it.
Did you have to remove staples or nails?
That was the next day or two, actually. The carpet was the easy part.
Yeah, that's no fun to walk through there with the tacks.
Yeah.
So we get rid of the tacks.
Got rid of those.
So what are we putting on top of what's a subfloor?
Well, there was no subfloor.
Really?
It was just straight hardwood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was carpet, the sticky foam, and the hardwood floor.
What'd the hardwood look like?
Beautiful.
How old is this house?
I've been there for 10 years. There was 2 spots that were never stained or lacquered. We think there was probably a pony wall there, like a little half wall dividing the dining room, living room.
Yeah.
I have a feeling when they took that out was when they put the carpet in, so they didn't bother to do anything with that. But the rest of it looked great.
No kidding.
Yeah, we mopped and vacuumed and mopped and swept and then just put down 3 coats of lacquer. That's all we had to do. We didn't have to buff or sand or.
Really?
Yeah. I'm planning on once it's all done, I'll put something up on the blog at imweeze.com.
imweeze.com.
Plug.
Yeah. Actually, he puts good stories. Have you been able to put stories up there lately?
Mostly my Friday music. I try to do a Friday music one every week.
Are you doing one this week?
Yep. I got 4 of the fucks. I try to pick 5 songs worth listening to this week.
Oh, really?
Is what I try to do. I call it Fab 5 Friday.
What are your Fab 5 for this week, or is it too early in the day to tell us? I don't know. I
said I've got 4.
I mean, I don't want to break the embargo here.
That's the other thing with this whole having more time and all that. I use a to-do list now. First time in my life.
A to-do list?
I'm kind of organized. A to-do list with repeating tasks daily, and
I don't know who you are anymore.
Yeah, I'm adulting. It's weird.
That is very strange. That is very strange.
Is what marriage does to you,
well, okay. So
Ray Wiley, Whitney Rose, Will Hogue, Sunvolt are the 4 I've got right now.
What's Sunvolt?
The 99.
Okay, good one. How about
the last album?
Which Ray Wiley?
Outlaw Blood just came out with Ashley McBride. He's doing actually kind of.
That's not the one with Ringo Starr. And
no,
Joe
actually,
Walsh.
that was in Fab 5 Friday. I think 2 weeks ago.
I don't have it, or I'd be playing it for you right now, ladies and gentlemen. But, well, that's cool. Are we almost done with the carpet?
Well, I mean, we got a couple. We're waiting
floor?
on trim. Is all we got to wait on now, and then put the thresholds back in the doorways.
Well, it gives you a sense of satisfaction, doesn't it?
But I've already gotten paint for the basement and mold killing paint for the attic staircase and the basement staircase. So yeah, the list is growing.
All right, good for you.
Love you, Sarah.
Well, yeah, no, we're going to talk sports actually when we return. I meant to talk sports that time, but I got to thinking about that carpet coming out. You're watching Big Talk. That's Wheeze. I'm Bruce. Back in a sec.
At Back and Body Works Chiropractic, we help you feel better naturally. We can help your whole family from newborns to the elderly. We offer auriculotherapy for smoking cessation and appetite control. We use acupuncture to improve health and well-being in the mind and body. We offer high-quality herbal supplements for adults and children, as well as CBD oil. We also offer exercise classes for women of every age, size, and fitness level. Stop by and see us on the square in Louisville.
Call my mommy.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate.
Mayhem is everywhere, so get an Allstate agent. In Salem, call Brandy Drinkpool.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm Bruce Dickey. That is Brian Turner. Thank you so much for tuning in today. You want to talk golf? Did you get a chance to watch the golf this last weekend?
I had about an hour of it on. No audio. Was working on other stuff, so and you can't really follow golf on mute.
Yeah, that was the Dustin Johnson and Rory McIlroy versus it was
Fowler and Wolf.
Fowler and Wolf, and Fowler and Wolf dominated the whole day, except they couldn't get that last skin.
Couldn't get
that last skin, and finally, and Rory basically saved the bacon because Dustin Johnson was not good. He did not play well.
It's like I said, I didn't get to see it. I did hear some people talking this week about Matt Wolff. There wasn't a whole lot of banter.
Yeah.
But Matt Wolff had a good one early, hit one in the bunker somewhere, and asked Johnson if he'd lost a glove. Call back to something where he'd lost a glove before at a tournament.
It cost him a stroke or something. Yeah.
And they speculate into that getting in DJ's head for the rest of the day. And
oh, heck, they're all wearing shorts. Nothing gets in your head when you're goofing off wearing shorts out on carrying their own clubs. Oh, I was kind of surprised by that. I didn't even consider caddies, whether that would be breaking a social distance, but I guess it would have been.
That one was better golf than what we're probably going to see this weekend.
This weekend
everyone's expecting better banter this weekend.
This weekend is the match of champions for charity. Tiger Woods and Peyton Manning versus Phil Mickelson and Tom Brady. I mean, those were four professional golfers at the top of their game. This week's not.
Yeah. Although you do have two amateurs that spend quite a bit of time playing.
Yeah, but they can't be
like
better than 80 shooters, can they?
When
75.
I saw, was it Peyton's a -6 handicap, Brady's a -8.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So decent.
That's pretty good golf.
When Brady moved to Florida and was talking about more family time, that next day he drove 3 hours away from Tampa to sign up at a golf club. So that's not a guy looking for more family time.
Did you see that, speaking of golf courses, did you see that one of Peyton Manning's new investments was unveiled this week or something like that? Speaking of Distillers Day, Craft Distillers Day, this is a bourbon, a new bourbon that he is involved with, and it comes from a golf course. He owns part of a golf course in Chattanooga. It's a 9-hole course. It's a public course, and it's the only 9-hole public course on America's best golf courses, like in top 100 golf courses.
Olney's not on there?
No, neither's Fairfield.
Actually, I like Olney's. They're a little par 3.
Well, that's East Fork.
Yeah, the par 3.
Yeah, that's all right. That is fun. But they came out, I guess, this little Chattanooga golf course, they would have every player, before you started your round, you had to do a shot of bourbon. Had to do at least one shot before you got going.
I played tournaments that were bare hole or you didn't move on.
Okay.
So, I mean, you had an 18-pack.
That's all right. If we see you're sweating, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, those are usually like August tournaments, so yeah. Those weren't official rules, but
anyway, that's my question: is are they going to let Peyton Manning do that before this tournament, and will he do that? I guess Manning and Woods are the favorites, right?
Was it? Let's look at the numbers. Tiger and Peyton are -210.
Okay.
See, almost they're 2-1 favorites. You get +170 on Brady and Phil.
Who would you take in this? I mean,
given that, I'm taking Brady and Phil.
You're going to take
give me the plus money.
You know, and the reason Phil won last year against Tiger. Phil in the it wasn't last year. It was in 18, right?
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah. Was
a playoff, wasn't it?
In a playoff, first round of the playoff. this one, they're playing two different ways. The first 9 is played,
Best ball, and then
I thought the second 9 was best ball.
I think second ball is alternating.
Oh, okay. Second 9's alternating, first 9's best
where you
ball.
get some strategy in. Say Peyton hits, you're looking at 180 out with off Peyton's drive and 120 off of Tiger's drive. Do you hit the worst drive because you'd rather have
somebody finishing up?
Rather have Tiger hitting, trying to get on the green from 180 instead of Peyton trying to do it from 120. So there'll be some strategy in some of those. Which shots do you pick off the tee? And
this is, by the way, all day long on Sunday afternoon on TNT. That's channel 633.
Actually, listen to an interview today. Luke Donald, former number 1 in the world, has actually played with Brady and Peyton.
He's going to be doing the commenting, isn't he? I think he's one of the commentators.
I saw there were 4 or 5, including Charles Barkley.
Did he handicap it?
He said, it was a gambling sports podcast he was on. He was the one that said with those odds too, he'd probably take the plus money on Thomas.
It's Tiger's home course.
It is at Medalist, which is Tiger's course. He said, having played with both, he thinks Brady's probably a little bit better than
Manning. Well, they're about the same age.
You gotta remember, Peyton's had neck fusion. That messes with the golf swing.
But I thought you said Peyton had a better handicap.
If you can trust your handicap.
Trust your hands, man.
How many Texas wedges are in there?
Probably a few. All right, you didn't ask me, but I'm gonna take the favorites. I think Tiger on his own course, getting beat by Manning last, or by getting beat by Mickelson the last time they did this. Yeah, it's Tiger's show.
I smell a show bet.
There you go. We're gonna do fake take the point bucks. How about that? How much you want? $1? We'll work that out. But back right after this, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Back in a sec.
Are you needing to advertise or promote your business or special event? At Meyer Sign and Graphics, they can print and install laminated vinyl on all sizes of metal, PVC, and plastic sign material. Meagers offers all types of vinyl options with professional installation on your vehicles, walls, and windows, or just about anything else you would like to be personalized. Meagers also offers all sizes of PVC and mesh banners. Meagers is now able to offer LED message centers. Stop in or call Kevin Blank or Danny King at Meagers Sign and Graphics for all your lettering and advertising needs.
Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome to the Tank Building Center. My dad and Ryan work here. They sell lumber, paint, doors, windows, plumbing, electrical, and much more. Oh yeah, they sell guns too. Zing Building Center on Route 45 and Louisville. It's a cool place.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I am Bruce. That is Weiss. And we are talking about all kinds of sports things as we just finished up talking about the golf coming up. There's racing this weekend, horse racing and car racing. There is UFC Saturday night, right? Or is that next Saturday night?
30th.
Yeah, that's next Saturday night.
They've had, I think they did 3 shows in less than a week and then took 2 weeks off, and then they're doing a couple more.
Did you get a chance on Saturday morning or Sunday morning to watch any of the Bundesliga?
No, I didn't.
I was going to ask you about.
I do plan on watching.
I was going to ask you about that because you like to gamble the soccer. I know in the Premier League.
Yeah, I watch mostly Premier League, but they're just right around the corner probably. But yeah, I'll watch some.
Bundesliga is not quite to the level of English, you think, of the Premier League? Premier League pays better.
Yes, it does.
So it's going to be better players, presumably, you would think. Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Bundesliga. It was fun. That was a good time. Okay. Let's do a draft. We've been talking about stuff over the course of your knowledge of sports goes back to 1990.
Roughly.
We'll call it that. My knowledge goes back a little farther than that, 1980 to 85, something like that.
I was 12 and 90, so.
I was 23 in 1990, well, 30 years ago, so yeah, I guess I was 23.
My first sports memories were 1986 Oakland A's games.
That's a shame for you.
Pretty good 3-year run there.
Yeah, had a nice little run. had a nice little run. The nice little 88 to 90. But actually, 87 was probably pretty good too, wasn't it?
That was McGuire's rookie year.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice, solid run. But coaching throughout that period has been, for some organizations, better than others.
Yes.
So we could say that. For some
and some significantly better.
Professional organizations have had better luck hiring coaches.
Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. Cleveland.
Although,
I was going to say
they will have a coach drafted.
Yes, they will have a coach probably drafted first or second. I'm guessing
yeah.
so. One or the other. But we're going to do a 12-man draft. We're going to each of us draw pick 6, right?
Yep.
And we're going to pick the best coaches. Is it going to be a snake draft, by the way? Does the second place get second, third?
Snake it.
Okay, we'll snake it. So we're going to draft 12 coaches. If you had to have a coach to set up to win you a game, okay?
That was basically just most successful or...
Who would you want coaching your team?
Yeah.
Because you want...
I'm looking at the accomplishments, not trying to predict, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, all right. Let's figure out who's going to get first pick. How do you want to do this?
Rochambeau is the gentlemanly thing to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rochambeau is, of course, rock, paper, scissors. What does Rochambeau mean?
I have no idea.
Rochambeau is rock, paper, scissors, and I must admit beforehand that I am just the worst Rochambeau player on the history of Earth. I don't understand why.
I have not seen any evidence to the contrary.
It is a purely odd. There's no odds to it.
It's not something you should be able to be bad at or good at,
unless I've got a talent. And everybody knows that I'm always doing the same thing. Which is possible. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, right?
1, 2, 3, shoot.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Yeah. And make sure the folks can see you around the corner there.
There we go.
There you go. 1, 2, 3, shoot. See now, ladies and gentlemen, I am the worst Rochambeau player in the history of Rochambeau.
Still no evidence to the contrary.
I don't always take scissors. I mean, I do switch around, and I was thinking about going paper there, but I'm just terrible.
The advantage that I have is I never think.
See, now there's the problem. I am thinking about it. That makes sense.
No, there is no strategy. There's no what do I think he's going to do? None of that.
I didn't even think about that either. I just tried to figure out, make sure that I didn't come down like that on my shoot.
Shame your thumb.
Make sure I didn't flip you off.
Go on the 15-day DL in the rock, paper, scissors league.
All right.
Which probably exists somewhere.
Actually, they have had that. Yeah, they do that every year in the.
Is that on the Ocho?
No, they do it in the. They have a rock, paper, scissors at the World Series of Poker. They have a Rochambeau tournament. Like people paying $1,500 or something to get into a Rochambeau.
Let me save you your entry money.
I am not paying. I am not playing Rochambeau. All right. Give me a pick. Who's your best coach of the last 30 years?
There are guys with more championships and Coach of the Year honors and all that, but in a league that is designed to not have a dynasty, you got to go Bill Belichick.
He is going Bill Belichick there. Look, I've got you a picture of Bill Belichick with his puppy dog.
Was that not the best moment of the draft this year?
No, was that from this year's draft? I didn't realize that.
Probably right after it. But yeah, they cut to Bill Belichick's draft room, and it says dog sitting at the laptop. Belichick's not even in the room.
I like his old-timey golf, the golf clubs that he has in the background.
The jukebox.
And the jukebox is nice, too. That's a old Wurlitzer.
I guarantee that thing's got walking on the floor.
I suspect you are correct. Yeah. So I get two now. Are you keeping track here?
Yeah, I'm going to do this. I got Belichick.
All right, you're taking Belichick 1. If we are talking accomplishments, and we're spreading this across the major sports, right? We are not. I mean,
there's any college or pro sport.
You're going to take that water polo guy who just retired, who was basically called the best water polo coach of all time, Kislyak or something like that?
I don't know him, so. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I've got one.
A water polo?
No. I've got one lesser sport that will probably be my last pick.
Baffert won't count. I mean, you can't. You're not going to take Bob Baffert.
No.
Okay. All right. I might, if that counts.
That's why I debated. Does Butch Harmon count?
I was wondering about that. Or Hank, what's his name? Hank, the other guy. Hank, the other golf coach. Hank, what's his name?
I would count those guys.
Well, yeah, okay. Clearly, I'm not taking him since I can't name him. All right, I'm going number 2 and 3. Let's number 2. I am going with the guy we just saw the television about, Phil Riley. How about Phil Jackson? Phil Jackson,
which was what kind of prompted this topic, was everybody's getting to go back and see Phil.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even just what he did with the Bulls. I mean,
well, if you look, Phil Jackson won 11 titles in 13 or 14 or 15 years of coaching.
Technically 6 years straight coaching.
Yeah.
Because he won the second 3 with the Bulls.
And then
took a year off.
Coaching the Lakers, won 3 in a row
and then won 3 in a row with the Lakers.
Yeah. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
And then if you count, of course, if you count his playing years, he also has 2 rings as a player. So yeah, I'm taking Phil Jackson.
He's one of those. I mean, a lot of people point to he always coached the best talent in the league. If you wanted to detract from him, but it's hard to argue with 11 rings.
I'm taking Phil Jackson, number 2. Now, this is since 1990. I'm taking Nick Saban, number 3. So I'm getting into football. Now, granted, it's at the college level, but Nick, I like that picture of Nick Saban. The exploding Nick Saban. All right, I'm taking Saban
6
3.
national titles, 1 of them at LSU, 5 of them at Alabama.
Yeah.
2-time Coach of the Year.
You were going to take him next, weren't you?
Probably, yeah.
That's I feel good about that.
Actually, my number 1 guy, I think I can sit on, so let's see. I got 2 now.
Yeah, you get 2. Taking 4th and 5th pick.
Actually, I'm going to do it just because he did it at 2 levels, plus he's my guy. Pete Carroll.
Oh, good grief.
You look at the guys that have done it at 2 different levels, and he's the best guy, college and pro.
He is very successful. I would agree with that.
2-time national champ, 5-time pro Pac-10 champ, Super Bowl ring. Should have had another one if he hands the ball off.
I think that's that's a fine pick for you. I would not have chosen Pete Carroll.
I am aware of that. Let's see. I got another one.
So you could have held that in your pocket to the end too.
The other one that Gino Auriemma got 2.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about Gino. I like that one. Yeah, that's a great pick. See, you think of him, and you could think of Pat. What's her name from Tennessee as well, and I, of course, Gino's a nice pick at number 5. I don't have his picture ready to go. Sorry about that. I will, however, take. I see. I have 6 and 7.
Pat Summitt, by the way.
Pat Summitt. What'd I say?
Pat, what's her
Pat's
name?
her what's her name? Yeah, Pat Summit. Thank you. Are you going to take her later?
No.
Okay. Okay. So I'm sticking with the. Now this. You can't really take guys from hockey, old time hockey. You could probably take some more recent guys, but nobody really, as a coach, dominant in the NHL. So I'm kind of keeping that one aside. I'm going to go to baseball, and I'm debating which baseball coach I want to take. But I would probably go with. I'm going to go
Joe Torre.
I'm going to go with Tony LaRussa. I'm going to go with Tony LaRussa. Joe Torre's a good coach, but Joe Torre had too many bad years with the Mets and with the Cardinals. So I'm going to go Tony LaRussa, number 6.
So I didn't have LaRussa on my list. I forgot about him. As an A's fan, sitting here in an A's shirt.
See, that's the thing. LaRussa went to 3 World Series in the 1988, 89, 90. Even if you're not going to give me 88 and 89. He had great years after that with the A's. Left the A's. He didn't get fired, did he? Did he get fired or did he leave the A's?
I think he left them.
He left them and then went to the Cardinals like a month later or something like that. And with the new ownership, they hired LaRussa. First year, they made the NLCS, and they had a 3-1 lead on the eventual champion Braves. So. Yeah, I'm going with the LaRussa. I like that. I've got another one here, don't I? Gosh, I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. But I think this guy is. I would have probably had to do it sooner or later, and I'm going to feel bad. Urban Meyer.
Ooh.
Urban Meyer at the my number 7 pick, just for the success. Urban Meyer, you can take a look at his record from Utah as well as Florida and Ohio State. Urban Meyer is...
How many national championships?
Oh, boy. Maybe just 2. 2 or 3. 2 or 3.
That many?
And he took Utah to he was an undefeated season. Utah didn't make it in. This is before they were in the Pac-12. And just... outstanding coach. All right, I'm going to stick with that. That's my pick, and I'm sticking with it.
I'm kind of curious. I didn't think he had that many.
You think he has? I know you got 1 at
3,
Florida.
you're right.
I thought he had
06, 08, and 14.
2 at Florida, right? Yeah. 2 at Florida, 1 at Ohio State.
Yeah, the one I forgot about the Florida run with Tebow. Yeah, he's another guy I didn't have on my list, so I didn't.
So I'm feeling good about it. See, now you've already taken 2 that I didn't have on my list.
That's what makes this fun is remembering guys that neither one of us the other one thought about.
We are 7 in. Who are you going to take?
In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm getting ready to take one just based off what we talked about in the commercial break. Greg Popovich.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I hadn't thought of him. But
you said Phil was the only NBA guy you could think of. I was like, okay. I said Popovich is actually number 1.
Oh, you see, I did have another NBA guy, but he didn't fit the time frame.
5 titles, 15 years. Let's see.
So Popovich is going to be
3-time Coach of the Year.
Popovich is the 8th pick, right?
Yep.
And your the 9th pick?
Let's see. That leaves me with what? One more after this one?
Yeah. Because I get 10, 11, you get 12.
He actually coached my rival, but I'm going to go off the board a little here with Arsene Wenger.
Are you really? You're going Premier League soccer. I don't have his picture ready to go either.
I figured as much. Not a fan, don't like him, but it's hard to argue with what he did.
I wanted a lot of success. He was at Arsenal, right?
Arsenal.
Yeah. He was at Arsenal for
96 to 18.
Yeah, 20 years, and
he changed soccer, like the way they condition, the way they. I mean, actually, he was the first guy that paid attention to how they diet.
Wow.
Yeah. That was one I knew you weren't going to take. No, my last one I know you won't. So
yeah, so you've got your pick. All right, I'm going to take Pat Riley at number 10. Are you going to let me have the 80s Pat Riley? Because his career blends from the 1983 to like 2006, 2007. He won championships. Should have won with the Knicks. He won with the Lakers. You got to give me Pat Riley. I mean, I'm gonna take Pat Riley.
If you're taking Pat Riley, then I get like a Dean Smith or, which reminds me, there's another obvious choice that I was not going to take, that I'm surprised you haven't yet.
Well, I'm not. I'm not going to take Coach K.
Yeah, that's
and I'm not going to take.
I wasn't taking him.
I'm not taking Krzyzewski. You're crazy. That's crazy talk. I'll take Riley from 1990 on if you're going to make me do that.
That's your first one of the two, then.
It's my game. It's I can do that. Let's go my last pick here. Do I have enough NFL? I've got 2 college football, and I've got 2. One pro football. Oh, I don't have any pro football, do I? Belichick's the only pro football coach taken so far, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
and Pete Carroll.
And Pete Carroll.
Next best be Andy Reid.
I'm not taking Andy Reid. No way I'm taking Andy Reid. You try to talk me into it.
He was on my list, actually.
I'd go Jimmy Johnson before I would go Andy Reid. I'll go Jimmy Johnson. I'd like Jimmy Johnson. Now, granted, that was all in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, I had Steve Spurrier on my list, and what's he done in the last 15 years?
Not much.
But that run in the 90s was incredible.
I'm going to take Jimmy Johnson, just to give me a pro football coach. All right, that's my last pick.
My last one actually has 21 NCAA championships. 14 since 1990.
So, who's like a swimming coach or something like that?
Soccer for women's soccer for North Carolina, baby.
Oh, good grief!
Anson Durant. He's been there for years, decades.
See, now the more interesting pick it would have been if he'd have taken the Duke soccer coach for him, or the Duke lacrosse coach, who's no longer there anymore. That would have been. He was a good coach. But he's
no Anson Durant.
No, he's not.
Guys on my list that didn't get taken: Coach K, Andy Reid, Steve Kerr. Actually, he's got 3 titles: Spurrier,
Tyronn Lue,
Terry Francona. And you said no hockey guys. Scotty Bowman's actually got four championships in this time span
since 1990.
Yeah,
I would not have
9 overall, 4 since 90.
I knew he had 5 with the Canadiens,
and then 5 more in the front office.
That's pretty good. We'll be right back. We'll be back right after this. Stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
When it comes to your banking, you have as many options as colors in the crayon box. That's why you can bank your way at Teutopolis State Bank. What works best for you may be different from what works best for your neighbor. Teutopolis State Bank is built to serve all your banking needs, whether it's online banking, mobile check deposit, text banking, or just stopping in to see them at one of their 3 convenient locations. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender, it's Teutopolis State Bank. Banking made personal since 1913.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Are you tired of searching high and low in those big chain stores to find what you need and deserve some royal treatment? Come to the King, Rural King in Salem. The friendly folks at Rural King will never leave you searching for those hard to find items on your list. Farm, home, sporting, automotive, and clothing. Oh, and did I mention we also have everything else, along with all of the quality brands that you deserve. Salem Rural King is a proud retailer of the steel product line. Your searching is over when you know the King, Rural King in Salem.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Welcome back, folks. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. I'm Bruce. That is Brian, and we've just about burnt the whole show, Brian. Was there anything else you wanted to bring up and mention?
Well, we're still trying to guess what some of the major leagues are doing with NBA talking about going to Orlando now, which I think can happen.
You think they'll do that?
I think that one will happen because that can be a self-contained. Everybody goes there for a month, maybe two, depending on if they want to change the playoff structures or not.
You know, and the other thing, they might be able to bring families down there. And
I think that's more likely to happen than the MLB plan that's kicking around right now, because the MLB plan includes a lot of travel and plane rides. And so the NBA, I think's pretty much going to happen, whether it's Orlando or Vegas. I think it's going to wind up being Orlando because Silver's got some connections down there.
Yeah. It's interesting also that the NBA and their Players Association, they're all hand in hand. They're wanting to get this done.
Logistically, that one's easier than baseball is.
And I think the NHL gets it done too. I think the NHL is
they're in a similar boat to what the NBA is.
Yeah, except they're going to have like two places, right, or something like that.
Horse racing has kind of reshuffled their Triple Crown races. Belmont's actually going to go first. They're going to run, they said, sometime in June. Santa Anita is running on the
June
6th.
20th.
So I was going to say it would make sense to do it that third weekend. I hadn't seen that they set the date yet, but they changed the distance from 1.5 miles to a mile and a half.
Why would they do that?
Horses don't recover real well after a 1.5 mile race. That's why it was always the 1.5 mile was the last one.
Right.
So they shortened it so horses, those horses will be able to compete in the others.
You know, and the interesting thing with it being in Belmont in mid-June, the Travers is always one of the biggest races of the summer, and this is going to make, even though it's not one of the Triple Crown, it's going to make the Travers a huge race in the middle of the summer, because they'll be able to have Belmont champions as well as the Belmont champion, as well as people who still want to run in the Derby and the Preakness.
Yeah, because they're looking at the Derby is going to be September 5th, and the Preakness is October 3rd.
Isn't that nice of the Churchill Downs folks to set aside my 29th wedding anniversary to run the Kentucky Derby?
And you probably have the one wife that would be okay with.
She would be loving it if I took her to the Kentucky Derby for the. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have put that out in the world. Oh, I shouldn't have put that out in the world.
We'll start the GoFundMe.
Yeah, we'll need to. We'll need to start the GoFundMe. Did you see the NFHS stuff came out this week?
Yes.
That's a little frightening.
In fact, there's going to be a little more coming out, I think, this week at the state level.
From
everything I've been looking at, I've been saying I think there's a 30% chance high school football happens this fall. 20% chance it happens in the spring, and a 50% chance it doesn't happen. From what I'm seeing, it's not looking good.
The NFHS is a little bit more stringent than anybody. Yeah. And the National Federation of High Schools is the NFHS.
And most state programs are going to follow what they say. And IHSA almost always does.
Yeah, and that's not just football. Probably volleyball might be out for this fall. They sorted
the sports into high risk, moderate, and all that. I still think it makes sense because of the way those sort. Of course, I've always thought football in the spring made more sense anyway. Because then you don't have to have the acclimation periods of playing in the hot summer to start baseball. The year. Switch it. Baseball, softball go to the fall.
Well, they could do that this fall.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Hadn't thought about that. Hey, that's a good point. Always something to think about from Brian Turner. Thank you so much for being here, Brian.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. Folks, enjoy your weekend. Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. Have a great day.